Hello Tampa Bay, Andrew Duncan here of the Duncan Duo team at RE/MAX, joined by
Robert Johnson, president of the Duncan Duo.
And what we're talking to you about today is why buying or selling a home at the end of the year is still a great idea. You know, there's real estate seasonality that happens throughout the country that doesn't have as much of an impact here in Tampa Bay. So if you're from somewhere up north and you move to Tampa Bay and you think that the real estate market slows down or dies when fall and the winter show up, nothing could be further from the truth here.
Yeah, and you know, this is something that we go through every year where people come to us and they say, is this a great time to sell my home? You know, what's going on in the market? I missed the summer market. Well, this year's obviously a little bit different than other years, but no matter what, you know, besides, I would say the week around Christmas, maybe the week around New Year's,
where you don't want it to go live.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We are very busy. You know, December is one of our busiest closing months every year. A lot of times June's our busiest month. December is usually our second busiest month. So there's a myriad of factors for that in Florida. You know, people get tax breaks, they're wanting to make a change. You know, by the time that school's out in the summer, the next long break a lot of times is December. So a lot of people do make moves around here, but you know, you don't have a dead season here. So your home's always going to look really good. And when people up north see what the homes look like down here in the winter or in the fall, it's something that's very attractive to people. So it's not something that dies off as the year goes on.
I think another important thing is, obviously, as you're watching this video right now, you know, if you were to go out and start shopping, it would take you a little time to find a home or take you a little time to get on the market. You're probably a December closing at this point, pretty close to it, which is, again, like you said, one of the busiest months of the year for us, because people that, you know, especially in a market where we have low inventory, there are a lot of people that didn't find the home they wanted during the summer, and then school started, so they took a step back, but now they're looking at their calendar and they're saying, hey, I got a week here during Thanksgiving I can move, I got some time off during December that I can move, and that's kind of that next wave of people looking for that convenience move. You've also got, you know, historically low rates, an appreciating real estate market, a lot of good local economic indicators, but also I think, you know, the convenience factor of maybe, you know, moving when it's cooler too.
Yeah.
Let's face it, getting into a moving truck in the middle of June when it's 97 degrees, not that fun. A little bit easier when it's 82. So, you know, as we cool off towards the end of the year, it makes it a little bit more amenable for people to be able to move into their new home. We also get snowbirds. We get people to move down this time of year to get away from, you know, the you know, kind of out of the you know, weather schedule with other parts of the country. So, you know, seasonality, buying or selling, isn't really impacted that much here. It's why our market continues to do well during those months. So if you've been, you know, exposed to a real estate market where that's your preconceived notion, shred it away. We just don't have a lot of variation here on a monthly basis in our real estate market. So it's pretty much always a good time to buy or sell. And there's so many good things that are happening that, you know, if you need to sell, you've got a mountain of buyers that missed out in the summer that are ready to move and get something done right now before the end of the year. And if you're looking to buy, another thing I notice every year for buyers, there are a lot of sellers that have had their home on the market for a little while. Maybe they had it on the market in the summer, they didn't get it sold, and now they want to get something done by the end of the year where you may get a better deal. They're a little bit more amenable to a negotiation that you may not have been able to accomplish. So it seems like about every year I personally buy a home or two as an investment near the end of the year, because you have people that just kind of want to move on from. So lots of great reasons why buying or selling in real estate as the year comes closer to an end is not a bad idea in Tampa Bay. So again, thanks so much for tuning in. When we aren't on our video here, check us out on all our socials. We're at The Duncan Duo, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and TheDuncanDuo.com. And thanks so much for tuning in.